You want to go to this barbecue thing tomorrow?
What? Where is he? Whatever you say.
Well, that'll be real nice. Thanks. What time?
Oh, about 2 o'clock.
Sure. I'll see you then.
Caterers will be here around midday.
Fine. I'll be out most of the morning. I'm playing golf with Sam Thatcher.
Business? You don't seem to be...
I feel like relaxing.
We are not out of the woods yet, financially. It wouldn't be a bad idea if you did something about it.
I saw Helen last night. Have I got stories for you?
Gordon's in there.
Oh, don't say he's still being moody.
And still not working.
Oh, did I interrupt a deep and meaningful?
I was just getting round to one.
I'll come back later. Well, even better. Why don't you come over for lunch?
Sorry, I'm tied up most of the day. Let's make it tonight.
Okay. Heard from David yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, hello, Gordon, darling.
Charlie?
Talk about it tonight.
Gordon?
Don't worry, I'll be back before they arrive.
Where's John?
Oh, he's taking 40 winks in my room. He wasn't really comfortable last night.
Oh, well, I could have slipped out here.
Oh, go on. Make it cool.
Left it in the lounge. Scare a bloke next time.
Sorry, love. Hello? Is that you, David?
Of course it is. I'm phoning to let you know that I got up here in one piece.
I expected you to call last night.
I tried a few times. Who's the talker?
Young Lynn, she was getting all the gossip about the last day of term.
You still okay?
Yes, of course I am. I was thinking about it last night. I have been pretty grouchy.
Gave as good as I got. Miss you already, love.
I miss you too. Stop it, you cheeky monkey.
What's happening?
Your son is going the right way to get a whack on the backside.
Give him one for me while you're at it. Look, I better go. This is starting to cost a bit. I'll be going up to the property tomorrow. I'll call you if I get the chance.
No, we can't afford it. I'm happy now.
I'll see how I go. I'll give my love to everyone.
How's John and Fiona?
Fine. They send their love.
Everything okay with you and John?
Really good. Look, this is going to cost me a fortune if you don't let me go.
Okay. Bye, love. I love you.
The wedding is here. The romance is here.
What a stupid idea.
Why is it stupid? I feel sorry for the poor thing stuck in the bedsit all the time.
Oh, between Auntie Fiona, Auntie Bunty and Auntie Phil, she gets plenty of walks.
Look, Mum said the other day she'd like to see her.
You don't take Persian kittens to barbecues.
Tell you what, if I ring her and check it out, will you do it?
I don't know why you're so keen on the idea.
From what Mum said, it's going to be really informal. I just think she'd like it.
Okay, but ring first.
Hand me the phone. Do you mind fixing my pillows?
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Hello, Mother. It's Wayne.
I never had Patricia pegged as a cat lover.
Wayne said she was really keen on the idea.
I thought opposites attracted. Think about it. It was meant to be bitchy.
Oh.
Oh, come on, Fiona.
No, you look great. Whose taste, yours or Beryl's?
Angela's. She got them for me when she first came to Melbourne.
Uh-huh. And knowing you, this is the first time they've seen the light of day, right?
Well, you don't get much of a chance to wear this sort of thing at home.
Well, you should. You look wonderful.
See what I have to put up with?
Oh, you. You always look wonderful. Come on, let's go. Doesn't do to be late.
Trish Hamilton.
Hello, Mother.
Angela, darling. How are you?
Fine. Is Daddy there, please?
Yes, he's in his room. Tell me, what have you been up to? How's the job going?
I haven't got time to talk. Could you just get Daddy for me?
Yes, of course. Gordon, it's Angela for you.
Hello, darling. Good to hear from you.
Sorry I haven't called for so long, but we've been trying to save money with the strike.
That's all right.
I'm actually ringing about David. You'd be nice to him, won't you?
Of course I will. You should know that.
Well, it's just that Beryl, that's his wife. She's been a bit funny about him going away, and it might help if I tell her I've spoken to you.
You tell her that nobody up here bites. He's quite safe.
Maybe you should enroll for the prenatal courses too.
You're having the baby, not me.
Says here, it often helps if the husband attends classes with the wife. It enables him to relate more to her problems.
You're on the same night as footy practice. No way.
Ow! Fair enough, I suppose.
Hey, I was thinking,
Yeah?
might ask Mum to come to Macedon with us.
Sure. What for?
I know, lots been going on we didn't know about. With Mum and Dad.
Like what?
I don't know, they've had more arguments in the last few weeks than they've ever had.
You think it's to do with John's mum, don't you?
And maybe. I think it'd be a good idea for Mum to get away.
We'll go and ask her then.
Yeah, why not?
And you'll be really proud of me. I cut up my credit card. I knew you wouldn't believe it. Just a minute, Daddy.
Seen Mum?
She's hanging out some washing. Sorry. Oh, and guess what else? I put my name down with the child mining agency. Don't laugh. I need the work. I get on well with kids. Yeah, a friend of mine came up with the idea.
Oops. Are you looking for me?
Yep.
Good. An excuse for a sit down. How is it, love?
Lynn and I were talking. Wanting to come up to Macedon with us.
Oh, it's a nice thought, but I should really be here for Susie. And I can't leave Angela by herself.
That's your problem, Mum. You're always worried about everyone else. What about you?
Are you trying to tell me off now?
You always like seeing Nan and Pop, and Lynn would really go for it too. She really likes you, you know.
I know what you're trying to do, love, and I appreciate it. But like I said this morning, I'm okay, really.
Reckon we'd have a good time.
Tell you what, I'll have a word with Susie and Angela. And if it's okay by them, count me in.
So how did she die?
The last ever prime suspect. Yeah.
Pleased to meet you, David. Patricia will be down in a moment. Why don't we wait in here, eh? What can I get you all in the way of a drink?
What time is it? Campari and soda, please, Gordon.
I'm game.
I'll have a beer, thanks.
Me too.
Oh, and a bowl of milk?
You said Wayne rang Patricia about the cat.
Yeah, he thought she'd really like the idea.
I think Wayne played one of his bad taste practical jokes on you.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I was there when he rang.
Did you speak to Patricia?
No?
Sorry. She hates cats. She's allergic to them. There's no way in the world she would have said yes.
Oh, murder him.
Oh, I can just see him sitting up in bed now having a good old laugh.
What'll I do with her?
Take her through there. First door on the right. It's a big playroom. She can potter around in there until we're ready to go outside.
What about Mrs. Hamilton?
We'll break the bad news to her after we've got her primed. Okay. 1 Campari and soda. Fiona?
Thank you. I see Gordon's getting you all drinks. Gin and tonic. Thank you, darling. Fiona. Hello, David. Lovely to see you again. Glad you could make it too, John. Oh, where's Jill?
Nature called.
Oh, I see. Well, let's all have a drink and then we can go and eat by the pool.
I'd love to see the look on her face.
You always did have a unique sense of humour, Wayne, my darling.
Come off it, Charlie. You bet you wish you'd been there.
I obviously wasn't wanted.
Didn't Mother tell you it was on?
No, she didn't. After the effect I had on John, she was probably worried what David would make of me.
You met John, did you?
The day I got back.
What did you think?
There are so many rough edges, I wouldn't know where to start knocking them off. What about David?
Dunno, I haven't met him. Fiona's bringing him in tomorrow. I'm his boss.
Oh, of course, I forgot. I can't wait to meet him.
Today's about your last chance. He goes up to the property tomorrow.
Really? You know, I've got the feeling I'm going to run out of sugar sometime through the afternoon.
But you have to admit, Pat, it's a cute little thing.
From here it is. Up close you wouldn't believe what it'd do to my sinuses.
Sounds like Wayne's got a queer sense of humour.
He's got his moments.
Well, it looks like the meet will be a while. Why don't you take David on a tour of the house, darling?
You do it. I'll check on Fiona and Jill.
I'd like you to do it. Don't be long. Gorgia. Oh, don't be silly. I'm starving, too.
What's the stuff on top?
Caviar.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm glad you came. Well, if nothing else, you've had your first taste of caviar.
My study in there, and that's the ground floor.
Well, you could fit 4 of my place in here.
Oh, it's much too big. Especially now there's just the 2 of us. I'd like to thank you for all you've done for Angela. I know you want to. It's important to me that she's happy.
Well, she talks about you a lot. I know she misses you. Well, she's a lucky kid. She's got 2 dads.
Come on, I'll show you upstairs.
Right.
Anyone who can get Angela to cut up a credit card has certainly got something going for him.
Mr. Hamilton's beaut, isn't he?
Oh, you'll get no argument there.
You wouldn't even know he was rich if you met him away from here.
Well, not all rich people flaunt it like a certain person I'm trying not to look at.
Yeah. Oh, what about this lot? Some barbecue.
Wayne is more like her than he is like his dad, you know.
Not with me, he isn't. I'll just slap him down if he tries that on.
How's it going over there?
Fine. You want to watch old Furball here?
Don't worry, I'll stay upwind.
That's why I was glad to be able to offer you a job. I was feeling pretty terrible about what I'd done.
Yeah, I bet.
I know it sounds like an excuse, but it was the only choice. I'm afraid that industrial action brings out the instinct of survival on both sides.
Yeah. Oh, look, Pat said not to be too long.
Well, perhaps I shouldn't have brought it up. I just assumed John would have discussed it with you.
No, he didn't. Look, let's forget it, huh? Shouldn't bring politics into an afternoon like this. Instinct of ruddy survival. It's a fancy way of saying got in scared to save his own neck.
There are things you don't understand, Dad.
Why'd you have to go along with it, knowing what we were going through at home?
I didn't go along with it. He asked me for help. I turned him down.
Would have done your dash with me if you hadn't, boy.
So, what are you going to do? Throw in your job and go back to Melbourne? You need the money. You'd be stupid to. Honest, Dad, Mr. Hamilton's a nice bloke. He was really cut up about it.
Okay. I'll do the job and I won't make a fuss. I could never get on with a bloke who did something like that.
Dad, try and
what you
understand.
do is your business. That's the way I feel.
Coming up, AWB executives to feel the force of the coal report. A grim Christmas...
Well, that's over. How do you think it went?
All right.
You think you could show a bit of enthusiasm for once in your life?
I'm sorry. I'm not in an enthusiastic mood.
No wonder David didn't take to you.
What do you mean?
You took him on a tour of the house and he didn't say boo to you for the rest of the afternoon. Must have made quite an impression.
I'm not in the mood for an argument.
Seems to be your problem these days. You're not in the mood for anything, especially work.
Don't start on that again.
Gordon, you fobbed me off this morning. I want to talk about it.
No.
Come in.
You've been sprung, darling.
What are you talking about?
I visited Wayne. He told me about your gathering, the one I wasn't invited to.
Charlie, if you've come to Sticky Beak, you're too late. They've gone.
I know. I kept an eye out for the car driving off. Well, can't say I wasn't tempted, but, maybe I'm getting a bit of sense in my old age.
Thanks.
How was he?
Fine. Very friendly.
Just friendly?
Yeah.
Were you alone together at all?
And just before he left, he got me aside.
And?
He apologized for the way he behaved at the hospital.
Oh, my God, darling, you're stuck with a gentleman.
I'd prefer to be alone.
Sorry.
It's not that. I'm just depressed, that's all.
You know why?
Are you asking me or telling me?
Telling. You're depressed because nothing happened. And whose fault is that? Well, look what you've got on. You've gone out of your way to look as ordinary as you possibly could.
I'm depressed because I've eaten too much, drunk too much, smiled too much, listened to too much small talk, and I really don't need any more.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, be it ever so humble. I wouldn't change it for all the ritzy mansions in the world.
You're just worried about the extra cleaning.
Oh, I'd hire you as my maid.
Oh.
Now, us oldies are going to relax while you two go and make a cuppa.
Are you getting into practice?
Mm-hmm.
For when I'm your maid?
Oh.
Hey, what about the women make the tea and the men relax?
Scoot.
Come on.
How did you feel? Oh, being on Patricia's home ground.
All right. Once is enough there.
John told me what happened with Gordon. I'm just glad you're still taking the job.
I need the money.
Well, once you get up on the property, you won't have to have anything to do with them, unless you want to.
No, I don't want to.
I've been thinking about our situation.
Hmm?
I'd like a divorce. So why pretend anymore? Well, you're darling this and darling that's, the pecks on the cheek. It's all a bit of a floor show, really, isn't it?
If we have our problems, there's no point in forcing them on other people.
If we have problems.
All right, we have problems. Not all my fault, though.
I'm not saying it is. All I'm saying is, I think it would be better if we stopped trying to convince people that we're Mr. and Mrs. Gordon Hamilton. We haven't been that for years. Well, not properly.
Why now? We're no different now than we have been for years. Why the sudden urge to get a divorce?
It's been coming on for a long time. I guess I'm just tired of trying.
All right. ahead. Won't get a fight from me.
Love is very strange. It can come and go.
It can happen when...
Tonight, see the funniest comedy characters ever, including Little Britain, Adam Hills, Sean McAuliffe, Mark Mitchell and Kim Gingell, Peter Moon, Mikey Robbins, Russell Gilbert and many more. They're coming together to perform live in a massive comedy event. A night of comic relief, 50 years of laughs, 7:30 tonight on 7. Next, the latest 7 Morning News.
Tears and